Gareth, thanks for having me in your technical area. You've changed it round. It used to be on this side, didn't it?
Yeah, there's been a few changes, a few sort of changes we've made this year, and the dugouts being one of them. I think Wycombe's greatest ever manager, Martin O'Neill, he always managed from this dugout. I think it was changed around at some stage, but I wanted to change it back. It was one of the many changes we made after what happened last year, and so far it's gone okay.
What are your memories of the first time you stood in a technical area as a manager?
Yeah, it was Reading away. It was for QPR. Ian Dowie had just lost his job, Flavio Briatore days of QPR. And Steve Coppell was the opponent manager. It was a real baptism of fire. What the hell am I doing here? It really was. And after the game sort of registered that I'd been the manager that day. It was live on the TV as well, which didn't help. But I can't remember too much about the game. I remember 0-0, and that was a great result for us that day. And like I say, it was early for me. I wasn't ready for any management, and that caretaker job really did whet the appetite for what I'm doing today. But yeah, can't really remember too much about that.
When you were playing, did you always listen to your managers?
Always. No, you know what? When it's going well and you're doing well, you want to listen. Oh yeah, you want to. What was that?
Yeah.
But when it's going bad, you do chuck in the death one. You know you've done something wrong. The manager's Gareth. You know you've done wrong. He doesn't need to tell you that. So it's nice. I remember John Beck was one of the best ones for me. You'd done something right, and you knew he was like brilliant. So no matter how far away you were, you could see him. And the encouragement was great, and he played a big part in what I became in my career. But I had some good managers over the years, and taking a little bit from each one.
You used to be Gaz for the players.
Yeah.
It's changed now, hasn't it?
It's changed now. Yeah, I was still Gaz as a manager, which was a mistake, and it was an early learning curve for me. I think going from player to player manager, then to manager, it was the transition. It's very close. I'd played with a lot of the boys. They knew me as Gaz, and last year was a real kick up the backside for me as a manager for this club. And I wanted to make changes, so there was a big turnaround of players, changes, as I've said, with the technical area of the pitch. And the big change was me. It's the shirt and tie gaffer, not Gaz anymore, and that's the way it is. I believe that when the players look over and they see you, they saw me in a tracksuit, they saw me with the number 7 on still. It just wasn't that impact as nowadays when they see me in the suit or they see me in the jacket, and for me it's worked, and I think results have been okay. It's not just because of the suit, believe me, but I think it's a step as me progressing as a manager.
You played under some very good managers, big personalities, the likes of John Beck, John Gregory, Ian Holloway.
Yeah.
Who had the biggest presence in here on match day?
Yeah, the 3 names you've mentioned there were fantastic. John Gregory was tactically, made the game simple for us. Ian Holloway, wow, the emotion and the passion that guy came out with was, something that I take a leaf out of his book, and fantastic career he's had. And John Beck, right back to the start, he's way ahead of his time. Ice baths and eating after training, and we were doing things that well before our time, and gets overlooked. But real good personalities, along with your Joe Kinnears, your Gary Waddocks, and I think you take a little bit from everyone and put it around the core of Gareth Ainsworth, and that's what you see today.
What advice would you give to a novice manager for surviving 90 minutes in a technical area?
Well, after all my 2.5 years, I'd say what every manager has said to me: stick to your guns, stick to your philosophy, stick to what you believe in, because that's why you're here in the first place. Don't doubt yourself, because you've got 11 boys out there who really need you sometimes, and if you stop believing, how the hell are they going to start believing? So I think just stick to your guns, and just give everything you've got for the way that you believe you want the game to be played, and the result will determine whether that was right or not.
Top man. Good luck for the rest of the season, mate.
Thank you.